Hello. This video will take you through how to set up your group as part of the peer evaluation process for group assignments. This process is required by any students involved in a group assignment worth 25% or more. As you can see, there are a set of instructions that tell you what it is that you need to do. But what I will do through this video is to demonstrate what you actually need to do with a worked example. Suppose that one of the subjects that you have a group assignment for is HOS 802. The first thing you need to do, besides accessing the video, is to access the information for the peer evaluation survey. To do that, you need to go to your Moodle page, scroll down until you get to the assessment section and click, and scroll down until you see reference made to the peer evaluation process. What you should find is that you'll have at least two links. This first link, which is currently available, takes you to the information that will help you as to how to set up your groups. The second link, which is not available yet, will take you to the peer evaluation survey that you will be required to complete. A video will be available as to how to complete such a survey, but for the meantime, we'll focus on setting up the groups. Now, if you select this link, it will take you to an Excel document that looks like this. Regardless of what subject you have, the first tab that you'll have includes the instructions as to what you need to do with regards to forming your group and making sure that the group and group members are labelled accordingly. The next series of tabs might look slightly different for each subject. For this particular subject, or for this particular example, suppose that there are 4 classes, 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, each with a different starting time. So the first class is a Monday class that starts at 8:30. The final class is a Tuesday class that starts at 3:30 in the afternoon. Suppose that for your particular group, all your group members are part of the Monday class that begins at 12:30. You would select this tab. Now at this stage, there are no other groups that have been entered. So when it comes to entering in your group, we will enter it into group 1. Basically, you want to enter in your group to the available set of cells. The first thing that you need to do once you are at this stage is to determine what your group name is. For argument's sake, suppose that you have a group of 4 and your group name you've decided is Study Buddies. You would enter in Study Buddies and press Enter, and what you'll notice is that the cell will be highlighted to yellow, indicating that there is information included there. Once you've entered in your group name, you then need to include your group members. Now, let's just say, for instance, you have 4 group members. You have Richard Smith, you have Tim Watson, you have Amy Newen, and you have Fiona Lee. Now, in order to complete this section properly, there are 2 key things that you need to do. The first thing, as mentioned in the instructions, is that you need to have the group members named in a particular way. So for instance, in terms of the example included in the instructions, Ethan Connors must be listed as Ethan C. This needs to be done by all group members, and it's important for making sure that the accompanying forms work as they should. So if we do this for each of our group members, Richard Smith, we'll just write as Richard S. Tim Watson, we just have that as Tim W. Amy Nguyen, we have as Amy N. And Fiona Lee, we'll have as Fiona L. What you'll notice, similar to when you entered in the group name, is that the cells have changed color, indicating that there is information included. Suppose that in your particular group, which is unlikely to happen, you have 2 Fiona L's, then you can either include more letters. So if you have Fiona Lee, Fiona Lang, you can have Fiona LE and Fiona LA. If, however, you have the situation in which their names are identical, then you can include some other details, such as the last 3 numbers of your student number. So that should allow you to make sure that all group names are unique from each other. The next thing that you need to make sure that you do is to have the names listed in alphabetical order. This is important for the accompanying forms to work as they should, so that all the comments and the scores that you enter for each of your peers actually goes to each of your peers as they should. To do this, all you need to do is to select your group members, go to Sort and Filter, and select Sort A to Z to have it listed in alphabetical order, making sure that you select the Continue with Current selection. Okay. Now, what if you have this situation occurring? Try again, but include the actual group name, and it should have all names sorted as it should. So we have Amy N first, Fiona L second, Richard S third, and Tim W fourth. They're all listed in alphabetical order according to their first name. Now, the last thing that you need to note at this particular point is what each of your group member numbers are, because that's something that you're going to be asked to quote when it comes to the survey that you need to complete. It's very simple to work it out. Amy N is the first member listed in the Study Buddies group, so she is group member 1, which means that her group member number is 1. Richard S is listed third in the list, so he is group member 3, so his group member number will be 3. Basically, whatever order you're in and whatever group member you are, that will be your accompanying group member number. So make sure that you have entered in your group name and group members in the correct sort of way so there are no issues moving forward. When it comes to completing the survey, make sure that you do have a list of exactly how your group name is spelt, including the capital letters and spaces, and exactly the names of your group members and their respective group member numbers, and there should be no issues for you completing the survey. So that is how you create your group for your group assessment task. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask either your lecturer or consult the available information.